They're a Drow Screamo Band.
Is this educational, like we're gonna get hurt?
Spoil sport! Welcome to this week's episode of Wizards and Wine. We are now into part 2 of the Feywild Festival. Thank you to Daily Dungeoneer, the thought people behind the prizes that you're going to hear our players win this week for some of the contests that you're going to hear about. So if you're looking for any inspiration for magical items, definitely check out their Instagram. And also a couple of prizes came from Reddit suggestions as well. I'm sorry I didn't write down the usernames from Reddit, but if you catch something that you recognize, please let us know so we can make sure that we credit people properly. Hope that you're enjoying the Feywild Festival. There's going to be a part 3 coming soon, but let's jump back into the episode. And I am happy to welcome you to the festival.
Thank you.
Since this is your first time, do you have any questions?
I have all the questions.
Oh, well, please, please ask.
Does this face paint come off?
Oh, yes, of course.
Coming off.
As soon as you leave the Feywild, the face paint will disappear. And really, it's only used here at the festival, even in the Feywild. So as soon as you leave the boundaries of the festival, the paint will disappear on its own.
Are the boundaries clearly marked?
Yes, you will notice the flowers that mark the roadways. They also mark the boundaries of the festival.
But why are some of the booths not accepting our business with this paint on?
Because you are a guest of Pete.
They'll accept us, they just won't make us pay.
Right. Yeah, he says, I don't think that you quite understand the gravitas that comes with being a guest of Pete.
Nope, just met him.
I mean, Pete is part of the Bros of Destiny, so...
Wait, what?
And he goes, wait.
Bros of Destiny.
Wait, you guys don't know? He's like, yeah, Bros of Destiny? You really don't know? I mean, so Crates and
No.
Bob? You don't know Bob? Do you know Bob?
Never met Bob.
Oh, well, this will definitely be...
What is Bob?
And this will be...
What is Bob?
And,
One of the bros, presumably.
Right? One of the Bros of Destiny. You will find this to be a very educational time in the Feywild, I can presume.
Is this educational, like we're gonna get hurt again?
No harm ever comes to anyone at the Feywild Festival. Trust me, everyone here is here for all of the right reasons.
Those
And what are those?
Right.
To have...
Right reasons by whose standard?
Yeah, to have an amazing time. That's why we're all here.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's saying this, you're starting to recognize more and more creatures who may not necessarily be part of the Feywild. Like, you see Drow walking by. You see a few creatures who look like, you're not sure, but they look like they should probably be part of the Underdark or even part of the 9 levels of hell. Like, but everybody is getting along and everybody is just super pumped to be at the Feywild Festival. So what you start to see is demons who are also dressed in the same kind of festival attire that you all have just found in the tent. But, nobody is wearing the same thing. Everybody's outfit seems to be unique. Everybody is genuinely just there to have a good time and, slap some asses and give some high fives.
If anyone touches Care's ass,
I was just about to. I'm like...
I feel like this would be perfectly acceptable.
If someone does it to me before her, he punches them, and then maybe she thinks twice.
So the satyr explains these things to you, and as he's explaining all of this to you, Dracon gets you closer to the beer tent. And once you get inside the beer tent, again, the crowd is a little bit more diverse than your first, like when you first scan the room, you see a lot of like small creatures with wings, big creatures with wings. You see small creatures with horns, big creatures with horns. You see some with both. Everybody seems to be from all different walks of life, all different parts of the multiverse from D&D. There's a little bit of everything here. There's angels, there's demons, there's fairies, there's, centaurs, there's everything. At the front of the beer tent, there's a table, and the table has 3 seats behind it. And Care, your seat is in the middle of the table at the front. Well, I guess it would be the back, I suppose. Is the front where you go through, or is the back where you go through?
Can be either or, depends on how.
Yeah,
it's set
right?
up.
I feel like the front of the tent is where all of the seats are pointed towards. So you're coming in through the back of the tent.
Yeah.
And there's a
Makes
table.
sense.
Yeah, there's a table at the front. It's not like a wooden table. It seems to be a table that has grown right out of the earth, and the vines have formed this table. And on the table there are 3 kegs and 3 glasses.
Care's like rubbing his hands and anxious, and he's practically skipping to the front.
Fantastic. Yep.
I'm following him.
Okay. Sure. So do you want in on this contest, or do you want to wait to see what is coming up for you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'd like to try the beer drinking.
You would like to? Okay, sure. So you take one of the seats, and Care takes a seat. And Janet, you and Drekon are going to be cheerleaders, or...
Sorry, we'll be cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders? Perfect. Okay. So the 2 of you, both Xandra and Care, sit down at the table. And there's this other, like, massive demon guy that comes and sits down at the table as well. And in front of each of you is the kegs. Each of you has, like, the big wooden beer stein. And you sit down, and the satyr, Drakon, goes up to the front of the room, in front of the table, and explains the rules of the contest. And the rules of the contest are this. The game is on until either all 3 kegs are empty or somebody passes out. Those are
Care
the rules. Those are the rules. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 3. It's going to be kind of, when we go through, I think we did it. We were going through the woods one time, and you had to pick a skill to do a check with.
Yep.
For this.
Oh my.
Yeah, okay, so there's going to be a sequence of 3 skills that is going to happen for this contest to for you to be successful or not.
Okay.
Okay, so you're at the table. They're explaining the rules. We're going to do 3 different checks, but you're going to pick the skill that you want to use for the check. And you get to kind of try to convince me of why and how it would work. Obviously, I'm going to ask for constitution checks.
Yep.
Because we have to see who is getting tipsy. Okay, so let's start with Care. Care, first glass of beer.
What am I rolling?
You
Or
tell
if
me.
I'm just talking about.
Yeah, you tell me.
Um,
Do you want to try
well,
to
Carol.
intimidate your opponents, or some smack
Yeah,
talk?
I'm just gonna chug the first one down like right away. He's not about talk. He's about action. So he's gonna rely on his constitution to get this stuff down.
Okay, perfect. Give me a con check.
Just glug 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 glug.
Yep.
And I just add my constitution modifier to it, right?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled bad. 10 total.
Okay, well, you just passed the first check.
I'll
Okay.
get my other dice ready.
Okay, Cynthia?
All right. I'm gonna try using as I drink it. I'm like doing it really aggressively, using intimidation.
Okay. You're trying to intimidate Care, or are you trying to intimidate the demon seated between, I guess. One would be at one end and you would be at the other with Care in the middle.
The demon.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, no, he's not buying it.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 1.
You kind of scare yourself a little bit.
But I still down the beer.
Yes, of course you do. Give me a constitution check for your first glass.
24.
Yep, okay, you pass. Good. So the second cups are, well, I guess the demon is about like 3/4 through his first glass when the 2 of you are finished first. So pour your next glasses and tell me what skill you want to use.
Kara's gonna grin and look at the demon guy while he's chugging his. What would that be?
I'm gonna use performance on my next one.
I'll go intimidation with that one too.
Sure. Okay.
Feeling on a roll.
Yep. Go for it.
20 total.
The demon actually spits some of the beer out. So he's like glug glug glug, and then you eyeball him, and you mutter something under your breath, which nobody else but the demon hears, and he goes, and just like the first 3 people in the first 3 rows are just like soaked now in beer.
Me.
Yeah, Meg gets hit. Yeah. Okay. Cynthia, your second check.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it like pour my beer with a flourish and do all this. Do performance check. Do performance.
You're fine.
And after I drink it, I'm gonna like wink at them.
Okay.
I'm gonna wink at Care.
Okay.
Part of my performance.
Okay.
19.
19. Yeah, everything seems to be working fine for you. Give me another con check as well. I guess a saving throw.
18.
Okay. Yep. You're good. Care, give me a con check. Or saving throw, I guess.
I just rolled a 1.
Oh, no!
Plus
Care.
3, it's 4.
Woof! Woof! Let's see how the demon is doing. Oh! He's not doing much better than Care is right now. Alright.
I got distracted by the wink.
Yeah, right.
What is your con?
My con? 17. Plus 3.
But you have when you do a con check, when you go up in your saving throw, you get a plus to it. You get your what you call it? Because mine's a plus 7.
Oh, saving throws plus 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
it's
looking
plus
at the
that.
wrong one.
It would still
I
be
was looking at
7.
my
It would still only
modifier.
be 7, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's because
You're still not gonna make it.
Okay. Saving throw.
I
Oh,
tried.
no.
Come on,
Just
I
letting you know.
The dwarf fails the drinking contest.
The dwarf fails again. Whoa, should have had more to eat this morning in that kitchen. Okay, so the demon is going to roll for intimidation, and he's going to try to talk some drunk smack to Xandra. He rolls an 8, so he has a 12. I assume that's not going to do much to intimidate Xandra.
What do I roll?
What's it against?
To counter it.
Yeah, just roll your would it be Constitution against that?
I rolled 16 on die.
Yeah. Okay, so no, you're good. Okay. This is
Might be insight to see through it.
maybe. Yeah, give me an insight.
Okay, well that would be a 22.
22. Yeah, okay. You're fine.
Smash that.
You're like, "Oh, boo-boo." No, boo-boo. Meg, what's Meg doing right now?
Can I play the game?
You want to play
Can
the
I play
drinking
the
game
game?
as well?
I
No,
think
because
you're
all
coded
3
in.
seats are filled. But trust me, yours is coming.
Okay. So I'm having a drink.
Okay. Are you cheering? Are you trying to talk smack to the demon? Are you making fun of Care, who's very quickly inebriated?
Yeah, of
Flustered
course I
from
am.
the wink.
And I'm like, hey, Kara, can you just stand up for a sec?
Yeah, right.
Can I roll to contest that?
No reason. No reason.
Just stand up and turn around, Care. Do you mind?
We need to
I'm
see
looking.
the little spin.
Yeah, right.
Can I roll against that? Whatever she's trying to do. Whether he does it or not.
What would you roll for? What would you roll against that?
Well, like for her persuasion against my insight, I guess.
Insight.
yeah,
I guess I'd have to
sure.
roll persuasion.
Yeah, roll persuasion, Janet.
I want to see if he does it.
7 and persuasion is +1, so 8.
8.
I
Okay,
rolled a
so
4. Care stands up. Yes.
I just want to see your outfit. Just
Yeah.
do a little spin.
the demon's like, "Oh
I do
my
it.
god!
I turn around.
What
I'm
is
like,
that?"
"This is the demon."
Like my head's cocked. Ears are like one ear up, one ear
You
down.
look fantastic, Care. You look
As you're
fantastic.
spinning
Yeah, you
around
gotta-
trying to look like, what are you talking about?
Nothing at all.
And it's
I
just,
mean,
like,
nothing at all.
Yeah.
when you compliment it, and he kind of like blushes, and ears are kind of, I don't even know what they would do.
Oh.
They'd be like up and down, confused, and
Yeah,
sits
right.
back down.
Okay. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
From
Both of us?
Everybody, yeah. Everybody who's involved in
Yeah.
the drinking contest, including the demon.
Not me.
No.
Not me.
24.
Okay. Care, you're good, so you're staying buzzed. Cynthia?
15.
15. Ooh, you didn't make it. Your third drink gets you off of your tits. And the demon is right there with you. So, Care, congratulations. You have won the drinking contest. Cynthia, I need you to flip your D2 for me.
1.
1. Okay. Care.
I thought you were going to tell her to flip a table.
Flip a table for me. Care. Your prize.
He's like arms in the air, and his like ears are like straight up.
Right. Okay. Care. Your prize for winning the contest is the Minotaur's chalk. Yay!
Oh man.
Okay. So this.
I think I remember what that is.
Yeah, this is a wondrous item. And what it does is you draw a circle at least 1 foot in diameter in a safe starting point. To magically anchor an item. Within a range.
Just a moment.
Yep.
Draw a circle in a 1 foot diameter.
In a safe starting point.
A safe start point.
To magically anchor the item, which I assume is the chalk circle.
Anchor item.
Mhm.
Circle. Okay.
Okay. So within a range of 10 miles,
10 miles.
you can draw another circle around yourself or of a target of your choice.
Okay.
And it will teleport back to your starting point.
So it's only usable on one
Nope.
person, not
The-
groups.
Well, it could be. It could be used as if they fit in the 1 foot diameter circle, at least, then yes. Okay? It's
So maybe 2 at most.
sure, yeah. It's good for 10 uses.
10 uses?
Yep.
Being circles themselves?
Yep. And it will not work if the first circle is smudged or otherwise destroyed in any way.
First circle is sorry. Cool.
Okay. Amazing! And Cynthia, your runner-up.
Yep.
You get... Hang on. Where have I put my newts? My newts. There we go. You end up with a used bag of holding.
He's bag of holding.
There is a 50-50 chance that the item you are looking for is the one that you will actually grab.
I'm not type. I got nothing to type this into.
Okay.
I'm typing it up for you.
Yeah, I was going to
50
say.
Okay, thank you.
chance to
Oh.
grab the item you want.
It will hold up to 100 pounds.
Holds 100 pounds.
And everything that comes out of the bag is covered in glitter.
Drink
Cod
from
herpes.
that glitter. Used bag of holding. Who was using it beforehand?
Yeah, right?
Somebody obviously from the Feywild.
Okay. So, Janet, you have been sitting with Drakon, and everyone
Yep.
has, been very much amused by this contest. And he kind of elbows you, and he's like, "Are you hungry?
Always?
We have a
I am.
seat for you in a pie eating contest. Would you be interested?"
I'm in. Sure, why not?
Fantastic.
That's right up her alley.
Yep. So everybody, he kind of gathers everybody who's traveling with you together. So it's you, Smegbrum, Bozkey, Pete.
I help Sandra.
Yeah, like everybody kind of is, a
We
little.
staggered over that way.
Yeah, it's an entourage that's heading down this little walkway to another tent, same size as the beer tent. But as you step inside of this tent, you are greeted with the smell of every delicious baking smell hitting you all at once. Like you're smelling toasted coconut, you're smelling cake, you're smelling pie, you're smelling lots of vanilla, cinnamon, pancakes, whipped cream, like all of these smells, right?
Oh my god, it's so
Yeah, and
Heaven.
yeah, 100%. So Janet, Drakon turns to Meg and says, "The center seat is yours, my dear." And it's set up the same way. Like all of the chairs are facing the table with 3 seats. The table again looks like it was grown out of the ground. It's again vines that come together to form the table at the top. And as you sit, there's a little dwarven woman who brings over pies. What kind of pie would you like Meg to enjoy?
banana cream pie. That's my
cream
favorite.
pie? Okay, perfect. So she sits down a banana cream pie. There is a half elf who's cheap wine, guys, who's sitting on one side of you, and there is a halfling who is sitting on the other side of you. So it's a half elf, a tiefling, and a halfling who are all involved in a pie eating contest.
Care sits not in the center and not in the front, just like out of range. So to speak.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I sit beside Care.
Okay, perfect.
After I go get a couple of baked goods to munch on.
Perfect. Okay,
Oh,
so
Care perks up and gets some too.
got some fudge. Okay, so I have 2 different dice here for the halfling and the half elf.
Okay.
So Janet, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to let you decide what skills you want to try to utilize for this contest, and I will do the same thing where it'll be a con check to find out how full your belly is and whether or not you're getting a bellyache.
Okay.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
ready. I'm just pulling up my sheet here.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. All right, so I'll let you start.
Okay. I'm going to use intimidation. Okay.
Perfect, yep.
I'm gonna roll. I rolled a 7, and sorry, I'm doing my constitution.
No, it'll just be an intimidation for this roll.
Okay, so 8 total.
8 total? Okay, so let's see if you intimidate either of these 2. You definitely, you just intimidate a little bit the half elf. The halfling, however, is shook. Yeah, the halfling is like, whoa. They did not roll well. They were like, okay, we've got a tiefling here between us. Half elf is kind of like, it's fine. The halfling is like, I met one of you one time and it did not go well. So
Stop.
yeah, so you've kind of thrown the halfling off, but the half elf is still in the contest. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no, I rolled a 1. So I got a 2.
Janet, you're about halfway through your first pie when you start to feel kind of full.
Or queasy.
Right? Yeah. You're not feeling queasy yet, but you are feeling kind of full. So you're like struggling to get through the rest of this pie. Care and Xandra, what are you guys doing? Are you cheering Megra on? What are you doing?
Of course you
I
are.
am.
Yeah, I'm cheering Meg on,
Yeah, okay.
telling her to cream those 2. Like your pie.
I like jump on the seat and I shout, Megra!
I
do like intimidate.
Right? And
When
like
he jumps up on the seat beside me, I slap him on the bare ass.
absolutely. And all of the rows that are
And then
seated behind him go, "Oh, yeah!"
And I think like I feel proud because I feel like I helped cheer on the crowd.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't. You have no idea.
Yeah.
So that's like
idea.
I try to, I guess performance for that.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Start shaking your booty in front of them.
Yes.
Like, yeah, baby.
I rolled a 4. It's 3. I'm switching my dice every time, and
It's just
Let's
not.
switch out.
See, that's the problem. You got to warm up the dice. You got to warm them
Yeah,
up.
correct.
Okay, so.
So despite the results,
Yeah. Okay, so Meg, what's the second flavor pie that they're gonna bring out? You tell me.
Oh God, pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Ooh, sticking with the heavy
That's
pies.
heavy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, guys. What's a
Right?
lighter pie?
Chocolate cream pie.
Or like an apple pie, maybe.
Or a coconut
that
cream
feels-
pie.
No, that one would also be pretty heavy, I think. A blueberry pie would be nice.
Yeah, let's go with blueberry pie.
Okay.
With no whipped cream, please. No,
whipped
not
cream.
a la mode. No whipped cream.
Okay, it's just this beautifully done pie, and the crust on the top is like that perfect, like, lattice work, you know what I mean? Where it's like up and under, almost like, you know, like.
oh,
how to explain
extremely like
Yeah.
oh, I
Fancy.
can't even
It's
say it.
It's like precisely done, the top part of the pie. So it's set down in front of you. It's still a little bit warm, but not like uncomfortably warm for you to put in your mouth. What skill check would you like to give me?
Mine, I would like to do performance to, like, I'm feeling full, but to pretend, like, performance almost for myself to kind of, like, convince myself that I can eat more. Does that make sense?
It does. You could also use it to kind of pump up the crowd a little bit, get them behind you, you know, like the ultimate warrior shaking the ropes.
Oh, yeah. Let me
Yeah,
do that.
you know,
okay.
like charging up.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my dice for that.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus Christ, I rolled a 1.
Oh, no. The
my
crowd
God.
is not behind Megra.
Performance? So 2.
They're like they're
I
like
have no
scarred
dice
for
jail.
life.
Okay.
Okay. There's my old dice jail. I've made one.
The halfling and the half-elf, in turn, do the exact same gesture, Janet, that you did. The halfling gets a slightly more enthusiastic, response from the crowd, but the two of them are definitely the crowd favorites here.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, give me a con saving throw.
God damn it. Okay.
Whoops, dropped one.
I rolled an 11, so 12.
Okay, so the half-elf doesn't make it, the halfling does, and so do you. So the half-elf was like, not quite gonna make it for the next pie, so he's out. So it's between you and the halfling now.
Sweet.
Okay. What pie would you like the next one to be? Strawberry rhubarb? Cherry pie?
Yes, strawberry rhubarb, because that's lighter.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect. What skill would you like to try?
Survival,
Woo! Woo!
because I am proficient in survival.
Okay, but
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna
playing.
be a bit of a stinker. I'm gonna ask you how survival is going to apply to this situation.
For myself, like I'm trying to survive the nausea that is
Okay.
welling up in me.
All right, so you're like kind of like trying to fight against nature a little bit.
Trying to
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right,
'Kay.
give me a roll.
10, but my survival is +4.
Okay,
'cause
so
I'm proficient,
14.
So 14.
And okay, the halfling's still hanging in there with you. So con
Okay.
saving throw, go for it.
Oh my god, a 3, so
oh,
4.
dude. The halfling just rolled a nat 20. Man, I love my.
Can I slap the halfling?
Yes, you can. The halfling's like, spoil sport.
With my pie. I'll just like.
All right, Cynthia, I need you to flip the D2 again for me.
Say again, what? Oh,
Flip a D2. Yeah.
1.
You got a 1. All right.
Who won?
The
was the
halfling.
Damn it.
So, Janet.
Yep.
You are going to be the proud owner of a pair. No. Give me a second. Let me do this the right way. Okay. Janet, you are now the pair owner of stilt shoes.
You know, which is really funny because I hate stilts. Like I can't. Stilt walkers
Yeah.
at fairs terrify me.
Do they? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you are now the pair owner of stilt shoes. They are you ready for this? An extravagant looking pair of shoes. To use them, you simply click your heels together to extend the stilts up to 15 feet in the air. Each time you move, you must succeed a DC 10 acrobatics check. On a fail, you fall and take 1d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay, one sec. I wrote extend up to 15 feet.
Yep.
One sec here. And must succeed. Whoops, crap. On a DC 10 acrobatics.
Yep.
And then fail is what?
If you fail, you take 1d6 plus 2 damage.
Okay. I don't like that.
Right? Whoa.
So these are now things I have forever.
Yep.
Is that right?
You have them. Yep. You can choose when you want to wear them and when you don't want to wear them. You
Like
never. Yeah, you never have to wear them. There could be something that comes up where you suddenly
Is there
need
like
to
a
be...
trigger word for them? Or
No,
something like that?
she clicks her heels together and that extends the stilts.
But can
What
somebody
was that
else wear them in
called?
my party?
Perhaps. So Drakan looks at Xandra and goes, "Do you feel like a magical contest?"
Yeah. Bring it on, baby.
All right. Everyone, do follow me. And out of nowhere, this satyr pulls out a hat with, like, it's like a beanie hat with the little propeller at the top of it. And he also pulls out, you know, when you go to like one of the cities overseas with a lot of tourists and you're like on a bus tour and the person who's in charge of the tour has like that flag thing that sticks up above the crowd so you can always follow them. Pulls one of those out and is starting to lead you guys through a crowd that's starting to get a little bit like more packed. And leads you to another tent. Now, this tent is different than the others. All of the other tents are brightly colored. This one is dark like the midnight sky. But it has stars all over it that seems to twinkle just the same way that like the sky looks at night with all of the stars and everything. So he ducks inside, and this one, while the other ones seem to be quite well lit with the omnipresent light that you guys are used to seeing now from the headquarters, this one seems to be lit with torches and candles on the inside. But the torches aren't like the warm, welcoming torchlight that you usually see. Some torches are green, some torches are blue, but they're set all through the inside of this tent. And as you get up to the front, instead of the table that looks like it's growing out of the ground, what you see is almost like a, how to describe it? Almost like a table hockey table.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay, shuffle. Like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Air hockey.
Air hockey or
Air
foosball?
hockey. Yeah,
Air hockey or the...
Air hockey. Okay, and there is one opponent who is standing, on the one side of the table. You take your spot at the other side, and the person at the other side seems to be the same race as you, which I'm sorry. Aasimar, thank you. So it's another Aasimar. And you get to the table, and you both kind of, out of respect, give each other a nod and stuff like that. And the point of your game, Cynthia, will be for Xandra to get the puck to the other side of the table. So think kind of like the opposite of tug of war, where you're pulling the rope and you've got to get the rope on your side of the line. Mm-hmm. This one is going to be a contest of magic, and the point is going to be for your magic to be more powerful than your opponent's. So the point will be to get the puck on their half of the table by the time the bell rings.
Okay.
Okay. And again, you can use whatever spells you like. You can use checks if you would rather use checks. You just have to let me know what you're doing because your opponent will do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Who goes first?
I will let you go first.
I catch Witch Bolt on it and push it across, and it maintains an arc with that.
Okay. Your opponent is going to cast Thaumaturgy, and your opponent will make the ground rumble enough for you to be, well, let's see. Give me an athletics check.
That'll be a 7. I have a -1.
Oh, dear. Okay.
I got an 8 strength.
I mean, yes. Okay. So with that, you are knocked, not prone, but you're knocked around enough that your witch's bolt is disconnected from the tile. And because of the way that they're using thaumaturgy, it's almost like it's lifting up one half of the table, so it's kind of sliding down slowly, bit by bit, to your half of the
Okay.
table. It's still on theirs at the moment, but it's definitely making its way back to you. So go ahead. What do you
Okay.
want to do next?
Mage hand holding it in place down at the other end.
Oh, okay. Brilliant. I like that. They're going to cast...
And let me see, mage hand.
Yeah.
Just want to see. And mage hand lasts for 1 minute. It is not a concentration,
Yep.
so even if they knock me on my ass, it still holds it.
I think they are also going to cast Mage Hand. So I am actually going to ask for a...
So would it be like our spell? Because I use charisma for spells.
Yeah. Okay, what's your spell DC?
15.
Ooh, so is theirs. So it's like this, like the two of you are concentrating. I know it's not a con spell, but the two of you are pushing Mage Hand like to its limits. Like you're both starting to sweat a little bit. So Care and Megra, what are you guys doing in the audience?
I'm trying to intimidate the people around me to start a chant. So I'm going Xandra, and I'm scowling at everyone. Xandra, Xandra.
Absolutely. Give me
So
a
intimidation.
no. I think it should be persuasion. Give
Oh
me a
shit.
persuasion. Yeah.
17 minus 1.
Oh
16.
yeah, the whole tent starts going Xandra, 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 and the other Asimar is like, "What the fuck, you guys?" Like even her friends are starting to chant for Xandra at this point.
Amazing.
All right,
I like
Xandra, what's your next move?
Still using the mage hand to hold it in place because it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at her with. I'm gonna try and use persuasion
Okay.
to say, "Come on, you know you want to let me win."
Okay. What's your roll for it, and we'll see who rolls higher.
25.
Okay, she got a 17, so it definitely worked. And she's like, "Oh, you know what? I can see you're traveling with Pete. That means you're friends with the Bros of Destiny. I can concede to you. I don't have a problem with this."
I got a +7 on persuasion.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so I need you to flip your D2 for me and let me know what you get.
Oh shoot! Come on, roll. There we go. Kraken. 2.
A 2. Okay.
Yes, crack. It's 1 or 2. 1 or Kraken. It's
Okay.
Kraken.
Okay, perfect. So it gets a 2, sorry, you said? Okay,
Yeah, that's the good one.
so what you get is the Bracelet of Command Performance.
Yes, please type that up.
Yeah, right.
I
It-
cannot type on my Chromebook. I cannot
Yeah,
type on a
no worries.
keyboard like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay, so the Bracelet of Command Performance has 3 charges.
3 charges.
The
That's
key-
it.
The keyword to activate it is dance.
Okay.
When used, the wearer can command a performance.
Okay.
From a being or creature within 10 feet.
Okay.
The being must make a con save with a DC of 10. I know that's not really how save throws work, but that's how it's going to work for this particular item.
Con save of 10.
Yep. The effect lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
On a successful save, the subject becomes immune to the effects of the bracelet.
Yep.
And the task is turned on the caster.
And it's turned on the caster.
So if Cynthia says,
If it makes a
And,
saving throw.
yeah,
Okay.
so if Cynthia says,
So,
I would like you to do a jig, right? The person that she's casting or like is trying to command rolls. If she says she makes like a 15 on the die, Cynthia is the one that ends up dancing the jig for a minute, not the opponent.
okay, and turned on the caster.
Yeah.
My wine's almost gone, guys.
Uh-oh.
I know, mine left a while ago.
I had another
dear.
bottle I could put in the fridge.
I have nobody here who will get me the wine. I'll just have to guilt trip them.
Rude. Yeah.
They're all playing upstairs.
Guys,
Playing games. All right.
bring me booze.
Can someone...
Pretty please.
Well, I already asked for the beignet, and that never worked.
Ah, right. Yeah. Okay. So who has ended up with what? Let me just make sure that my notes are accurate. So Care,
Care
Yep.
has the miniature shop.
yes.
Xandra has used bag of holding,
Mm-hmm.
bracelet of command, and
Okay.
performance.
Okay.
And Janet has the stilt shoes.
The stilt shoes. Perfect. Okay.
Sure do. Anyone want to trade?
I mean, you may be able to
nope.
find a tent where you could trade for something else. That could
Yeah,
be a
These
Well, you
might
can
come
do
in
that.
useful. They might come in useful. I've thought about it.
Yeah.
I
Okay. All right. Do either of
If
you?
you gave you money, you could buy something else too.
It's very true.
Mhm.
So, any other tents that you want to try to find? Anything that you want to try to trade?
I want a pet.
You want a pet? Okay. But do you want to trade
That
any
happens.
items?
Xandra, armed with the bracelet and the bag of holding. Honestly, guys, I pulled the two of you closer. Like, do we really want something that's gonna cover everything in glitter?
No.
Seriously, think about this. I look right at Meg. Do we really want something to pull
Probably
things out
not.
of this? So let's
Probably
go
not.
see if we can sell it,
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
and maybe, ask Pete to come along with us since they know him to see if we can.
Well,
Get
we
a
got the face
deal.
thing. And he
And-
like points to where he thinks it is on his face.
Yeah, right. We have
I
this.
may ask.
Yeah,
Yeah. I may
Don't
ask to
repeat.
see what they give me for stilt shoes.
sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
to
out of
see what see if we can get something. Because I really don't want shit covered in glitter coming out of this, and not even know what it is that's coming out of it. It's
Are you
50-50
kidding me?
chance
That
of
was
what I
like
want.
that was like the best idea. Okay.
Is there anything in it
Fine.
already other
right.
than glitter?
Think about
Fine.
these two party members.
Well, I mean,
Me and
honestly,
Care.
honestly, who knows what's inside the
Although-
bag, though?
Granted, I am trying to loosen up a little bit. That's part of why I want a pet.
Yeah.
Because I
And
find I'm just I see that I'm too. Xandra sees like she knows she needs to loosen up. so.
sure, yeah, absolutely, and it probably goes a little bit against her nature.
Care asked for the bag. And he wants to check to see if there's anything in it right now.
Okay, all right.
Other
Okay,
than glitter.
go ahead. Go ahead. You can.
Does he
see if
takes his
there's
hand and he
anything in it.
sticks it in and he kind of rums
But
around and like he
In
runs
a bag of holding,
like
don't you need to know what's in it so you can think about it when you're pulling it out?
okay, well he's thinking like coins, gems,
See, yeah, we'll see if there's anything like that there.
weapons.
Yeah.
He's thinking about a bunch of things, trying to get it out, see if it happens.
Yeah, let's go to a table and see if we can pull some shit out of this thing.
Absolutely. Okay, give me a.
I can prestidigitation anything to get rid of the glitter.
Just shake it.
Yeah, right.
Glitter is that. There's a reason
Um,
glitter is called con herpes. You get that shit on you, it's there forever.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Okay, roll, Cynthia. What I want you to do. Oh no, sorry. Who has
Cares rummaging.
the? Okay,
Cares
Claire's doing the
rummaging.
Okay, first determine the previous owner by rolling a percentage dice. Okay, please roll a percentage dice for me, Care.
Both of them?
Percentile.
Yep.
Yeah, the percentile plus the single digit.
40.
40. The previous owner was an elf. And
I put
it
this
was
in the notes.
Yep. Previous owner was an elf. Okay, cool. Now roll 3 d8s for me.
Hope for something good. Okay. 6,
Okay,
8.
hang on.
And-
So the
oh.
first thing that comes out is a grooming kit.
For what type of creature?
It's just a grooming kit.
Brush, comb,
Brush,
razor,
comb, yeah, that kind of stuff. Yep. Okay, what was your second?
8.
8. You get a quarterstaff.
Cool.
Staff.
And what was your
And
third number?
3.
Was a 3. You also get an unsprung trap.
Sprung. Trap.
I will let you sort out what the trap is going to be. I will give you the power. I will regret that, but I will give you the power.
Bear trap.
Yeah, I'll put player's trap. You want bear trap?
No, whatever you want. No, I'm just guessing. I'm just naming them.
Right,
So
I'm
each of these items is probably covered in glitter.
Absolutely covered in glitter.
Thaumaturgy on them to clean them up.
Sure, yep.
Prestidigitation.
Okay.
Because thaumaturgy
That's
is
prestidigitation,
the wind
yeah.
thing.
Not
And then we
So-
decode it.
So as you do that, what happens is all of the glitter goes poof and it like flies up into the air, and all it does is draw massive attention to you guys. Everybody's like,
Of course it does.
"Yay!" And around this
And
time,
like hair's like half-headed. Yay.
Okay. So with that, does it fall back down?
the glitter, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So prestidigitation again. Let
Mhm.
it blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Thaumaturgy, big wind. Let it go flying on whoever's nearest us. I don't care who it is.
Okay, perfect. It just kind of like generally swaths the crowd in glitter, and everybody seems pretty pumped about it, to be honest. So as all of this is happening, you guys start to hear like the distant like thump, 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 like rhythmic thumping of music. Okay.
Okay.
okay. Ooh, a rave. Woo!
Should we
Oh.
keep the bag to see if we pull any more shit out of it, or should we sell it?
Entirely up to you guys what you want to do.
Putting it to you two.
I put the stuff back in the bag and I hand it to you. I'm
Keep
like,
it. I bet you there's
don't
a
really
reason we
need
have
it.
it, guys.
All right,
bag?
I'll put it on my shoulder. Let's go. I still want to. I want a pet.
Okay.
Any
You don't
stalls where you
say.
can buy pets?
Cynthia, this may or may not be the game where you get a pet. I don't know yet. We'll see if the right things happen. Okay,
Okay.
so you're gonna keep the bag of holding. Anybody want to sell any of their stuff or try to make a trade?
I feel like I'm just looking back at these shoes. I'm gonna keep the shoes.
Okay,
Wait, I have other things though, don't I, that I could possibly.
sure.
Let me look here.
I'll go see if that bracelet's worth anything to anybody.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't want to use it and it's only a 10 for them to pass it. Chances are they're gonna pass it. I don't want that crap coming back on me.
Okay.
So
I don't
we'll
know.
go to a stall.
I mean, some days you don't roll well, so.
Exactly.
Most days I don't know well.
Fair.
All right, so go to a stall, see what it can find, see if we
Okay.
can make a trade.
Why don't you roll 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. 5, 6. Roll a d6 for me. 6. Okay. What they are willing to trade is your bracelet for a ring of immunity to imbibery. Sorry, that's not right. The ring of immunity to imbibing. Basically,
So
Get
drinking?
drunk?
basically, no matter how much alcohol you consume, this ring
Yeah.
will keep you stone cold sober.
Oh, that could be useful.
That could be useful if we're doing any more drinking contests.
I mean,
But
Exactly.
it could also
Between
be
me and
useful
you,
for...
yeah.
Yeah. But does it require attunement?
no.
Okay. So
That's an option.
I should have played a rogue, man. That would come in useful if we go to a place and we goad somebody into a drinking contest,
Yep.
making bets.
That's certainly
and
one
stuff
use
like
for
that.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Earn some money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll trade it.
Okay, cool.
I'll take that trade.
So you got rid of the bracelet of
Bracelets.
the bracelet
Bracelets.
of
Of commanding whatever. 'cause I mean,
performance. Okay.
performance. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Elite.
Gonzo.
Ring of imbibing. Ring of
Unity.
whatever it's
to-
called.
Imbibing, yeah.
Imbibing.
That is a subtle nod to Bouldermort, who does our extra. He's the only person I've ever heard use the word imbibing, so I thought that would be a really fun kind of nod to Bouldermort.
Yep, that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. Anybody else want to trade anything? Make any purchases?
I wouldn't mind seeing how much that stilt shoes would go for, but just out of curiosity.
Like for
Wellstairs, yeah.
money or what you could trade them for?
Yeah, what I would trade them for.
Okay. So there are 3 items that you could trade them for. One
Okay.
is the Awakened Cameo. Another is
What is
the
that?
hang on, let me get them all out first. Okay, so there's the Awakened
Okay.
Cameo, there's the Crustacean Clapper, and there's the Inkwell of Shadows. So these are the 3 things that they are willing to trade. Okay. Now
Okay.
the Awakened Cameo is a wondrous item. This Awakened Cameo brooch will help you through social situations, offering you advice and flattering your conversational partners. You get +2 to your charisma score check as long as you stay on the good side of the Awakened Cameo.
Oh.
So
That's
does
cool.
it require like sacrifices or something?
Nope, nothing like that.
Okay.
It's
No, you'd have to. It's like a role play thing where
yeah.
she's like the wizard, the Harry Potter portraits. She's living brooch type thing.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of like
conversations with her.
having yeah, it's
I don't
kind
know
of like
Harry Potter.
it's kind of like having a little something sitting on your shoulder who's going to help you through all of your
Yeah.
social situations, okay?
Could actually be really cute and really cool in real life.
Could be, yeah. You also could get the Crustacean Clapper. So it's a crab-like claw, but it's a bell, and it summons a herd of tiny-sized crustaceans when it's rung. They will act as your allies and do your bidding for up to 1 hour, and you may ring the bell once a day.
So you
Oh
get
my God, I want
crabs.
that.
So you get crabs.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get crabs. And the last one that they set on the counter is the Inkwell of Shadows. So this inkwell contains ink that is used to write secret messages that disappear, but on further inspection can only be seen when held up to bright light sources. You can also shatter the inkwell once to cast darkness.
I want the crabs, please.
Okay. Janet has crabs.
So instead of the stilt shoes,
Unless you guys can really think of a use that we'd ever use the stilt shoes.
I can't, other than as a joke to put on somebody. If they had a command word, yes, but no.
I feel like we'd just
Command word
injure
would be
ourselves.
cool.
We just injured
Okay, so
ourselves.
crab.
Yeah.
What? Can you describe the crabs again, please?
Absolutely. It's the crab clapper.
Okay.
You get the
Hang
clap
on here.
too.
Sorry, not crab clapper.
Hang on, I've got some issues.
It's
Crap,
the
why is it not letting me? Oh, there we go. Sorry, I did the wrong thing here.
It's okay.
Crab clap, crustacean clapper?
crustacean clapper.
Crab.
Yep. It's a crab-like claw bell. So it's just shaped like a crab claw.
Like claw bell.
It summons a herd of tiny-sized crustaceans.
Whoops.
When rung was the last of that sentence.
Yep.
They will act as your allies and do your bidding for up to 1 hour.
And can use it once a day. Guys, this might be useful. You never know. Me and my crabs.
I just pictured you like summoning while we're at the guild
Yeah,
at
right,
some point.
And just out of
don't know
nowhere,
why.
all of these tiny crustaceans show up, and everybody's like, "What the hell?" Everybody thinks there's an
You get hungry
infestation.
at some point, you
Yeah.
just summon it.
Right? All of a sudden, there's just
Are-
like a
are they
cake walking
soft-shell
down the
crab?
hallway. No, they would be crustaceans. They would be like crabs. We'll call them crabs, baby crabs. Okay, what's next? Are you guys? Do you want to do more shopping, more looking around, or are you ready for the next bit?
I'm ready for the next bit.
The next bit? Okay. What you haven't realized at this point is that beyond where the carnival kind of setup is, there's actually this giant stage. And the giant stage is in the shape of like a snail shell. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a big twist.
Okay.
And
Oh, the conch shell kind
Yeah,
of thing? Or no snail?
conch shell. I suppose. Is that what it's called? Yeah, we'll call it that. But
Look
anyway,
at that.
the opening is where the stage is. So basically, what that means is that there's no part of this concert area that isn't going to get impeccable sound from the sound that's coming out of this
Sweet.
shell, right? So they don't need speakers and all of that stuff. It's all coming like organically out of this shell. So it's DJ Hung, who is a centaur. And he is dropping like some serious EDM on you guys. And as you're watching the crowd, you start to see something truly unusual happen. Every once in a while, jumping up like above the heads of everyone in the crowd is a unicorn. But from what you can tell, from what you can see, actually give me a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
14.
Everybody else?
Sorry,
17.
19. I was muted for some reason.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
17.
Okay. You guys can all tell this is definitely a unicorn. He seems to be able to speak common, and he is not colored the way a usual unicorn you would imagine, with either the white mane or the rainbow colored mane. As he's jumping, you're able to see that his mane is actually different shades of gray, and you can tell that up his horn he has like piercings. It seems like this unicorn is having the best time.
Okay, when you
oh.
first described it, I was imagining multiple unicorns jumping up above people's heads, just
No.
appearing.
Nope.
Like,
It's
yeah, okay.
just this one, and he
Ooh,
seems to
yeah.
be in the crowd, and he seems like he's just legitimately having the greatest time ever, right?
Of course he is. He's a unicorn. Who wouldn't?
Absolutely, yeah. So, one of the times where he jumps, he kind of does like a 360 spin, and he spots you guys, he spots Pete, Bozky, all of the guys, and like his eyes are like, "Oh my God, it's you guys!" Like, you know what I mean? That like that like moment of recognition, but it's like a genuine like, "Oh my God, it's my people." So, as you guys are enjoying DJ Hung's set, the unicorn comes over and kind of like gives like a I don't know what you want to call it. We'll call it a hip check to Pete, and is like, "Bro, about time you got here, man. I've been here like all day waiting for you to show up. It's good that you're here, man. You know, we'll go on soon, right?" And
I
Pete's
look at Pete. Go on.
yeah, and Pete's like, "Oh, this is DJ Hung. We have like 3 other bands before we are expected to take the stage." So,
We.
you know,
Who's we?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yes. So as you guys are
Woo-wee.
enjoying this, and you are, you know, shaking your ass in your assless pants, and you know,
No,
you-
no, he's tapping his foot.
Yeah. No, I feel like at this point you
No,
have
no.
you've done the drinking contest, like you're like lit up.
Uh.
Yeah, like
I'm grabbing Kerr by the hands, and we're just shaking it, baby.
yes. 100%. Meg is with Hagen, and you guys are, you know, doing a little like doing that like
Little
awkward
dirty
like
dancing.
yeah, it's an awkward like teenage I like you but I don't want to admit it yet
Yeah.
kind of dancing where you're like
Shuffling.
yeah, you're like flirt dancing a little bit. Every once in a while you do like a shoulder shrug and you like wink at him, and he does the same back with his ghillie suit and
love it.
horns, which
All
makes
right.
him, by the way, to you, Meg, way more attractive than he was before now that he has horns. So
Right.
the next group that takes the stage, they introduce themselves as Deep Ethereal. They're a Drow Screamo Band.
Drow Screamo Band. What's
Yeah.
that?
Pretty
so
much a metal screaming band.
Death metal?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Think like the Black Parade from My Chemical Romance, except a lot of screaming instead of actual singing. Screamo.
Don't
Okay.
know who
Yeah.
that is.
So, oh my God, so much to teach you girls. So the Screamo Band set goes well. People seem to be pumped to see them, that kind of thing. So then the next group that takes the stage seems to be kind of like a real mixed pot of different races. They call themselves the Oath of Vigilance, except they only play cover music. They don't perform any original stuff. And oddly enough, they perform a couple of songs from the Drow Screamo Band. So you hear a couple of songs like twice.
Weird.
Yeah. So
Awkward.
as the Oath of Vigilance set continues, Pete, you know, is like, "Well, come on, you guys, it's time for us to head to the back of the stage now."
Wait, what?
Yep. So you guys are all gonna go and stand
Oh, it's
sides.
real.
Yeah, you guys are all gonna go with Pete and in mass, and you guys are going to kind of stand side stage for the set. Now, the Bros of Destiny consist of Pete, the emo unicorn, and a as of yet unnamed member. So Pete introduces you guys to the unicorn, whose name is Bob.
So that is Bob.
That is Bob. Yep.
Bob, yay!
Right.
Where's your friend Neil?
So Bob is very excited to meet you all. He's heard a lot of great things via Pete. And
Because we are great, obviously.
Clearly,
We're not
you guys
musicians,
are having, like,
though.
the best time ever. So
Yeah.
they introduce somebody goes up on stage and you hear them doing like the regular stuff, don't forget the medical tents are over here. If you're looking for food, you go this way. The typical stuff that you hear at festivals. We've got a lost person. If you know of blah, 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 make your way to tent, blah, 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 right? All that kind of stuff happens. And they introduce the Bros of Destiny, and the place goes absolutely wild. Like, if this wasn't the Feywild, people would be rioting. They are that excited to see these guys. So, as Pete and Bob take the stage, Bob sits behind the drum set, as a unicorn would. And Pete takes the stage. And you've kind of become accustomed to how Pete looks. You've definitely seen him more than you've spoken to him at this point. And one of the things he's always had is this giant two-headed axe that he wears slung over his back. But you've never
Does
seen
that
him.
turn into a bass?
It turns into a guitar that he.
A guitar.
He's a light.
Yeah.
One of the two.
He's a lightning half dragonborn, half dragon. So it's an electric guitar that he can play. And as the set starts,
Alrighty.
you hear, a very quiet strumming from Pete. And this, at this point, is like this incredible, like soft, inspiring, like power metal song.
Yeah.
And as the song starts to pick up a little bit, you hear like a raven's call over the audience, and it's like a sonic sound that is emanating from behind the crowd. And you guys are like, wait a fucking second. The spotlight finds the bird flying over the crowd. It's friggin' Socrates, you guys. You know this because of the leather cap. Yeah, you know this because of the leather cap with the one metal spike that Smegbrum gave him. And like the metal spike is like glinting in the spotlight as it tracks Socrates flying over the crowd. And as he gets closer to Pete, and Pete's not even looking, he's just like the guitar playing gets more and more intense. And it gets louder and louder and louder. And Pete finally lands on the perch. Socrates lands on the perch on Pete's shoulder, and as soon as he does that, he comes down and he headbangs into the cymbal that has been part of Pete's armor, and it kicks off this intense like power metal set. And the thing is that at this,
Are you gonna sing this for us?
no, I'm
Please
not.
sing this
I'm
for us.
really not. And if it wasn't for copyright laws, I would play you exactly what this sounds like. Like, kind of think Flogging Molly meets like Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Okay, I know Iron Maiden, but I have no
I'm
idea
gonna
what a
Google those
flogging
later.
molly is.
Yeah, like, so it's just this really like crazy sound that nobody has ever really heard before. And it's like the first time the world has been exposed to like electric guitar. It's the first time the world has kind of been exposed to power metal and like, like think like Meatloaf power, like operatic,
Yeah.
thematic.
Opera, metal,
Music,
just
yeah,
incredible
like-
scores.
Yeah,
extended.
all of that stuff. So as this is happening, you guys are like, what the actual fuck is happening right now? You guys
Like
have been
Karen's practically headbanging with his rabbit ears.
yeah, you guys are like, this is the greatest thing that you have ever heard. And as Pete starts to sing, backup, by the way, for Socrates, what you're starting to put together is that the Bros of Destiny write the songs of fate. And that's where we're going to call it for this week. We'll be back with part 3 of the Feywild Festival next week, right here on Wizards and Wine. Again, a big thank you to Daily Dungeoneer on Instagram. Great mind behind a lot of the prizes that the players won this week with their carnival games. And I know there were people on Reddit who had some of them as well, and shame on me, I didn't get the usernames, but if there is something that you recognize, please let us know so we can make sure that we give the proper acknowledgements and credit. Voldemort, take it away.
Will our inveterate inebriates manage to stagger to a victory over the adversity that hampers their imbibing? Or will their hangovers hamper their hearty adventures? Will they ever garner enough coin to clear their bar tab? Tune in next week for more antics of Vim and Vino. Don't miss out on more Wizards and Wine.